Hey everyone, my name is Derek Chung, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can increase your show-up rates just by using a few simple strategies. And the reason for this is that booked appointments are great, but they mean nothing unless the patient actually shows up. So increasing your show-up rates is actually essential to keep your practice thriving and healthy. And so again, my name is Derek Chung. If you're not familiar with me, I run a dental marketing agency called Umbra Media. I've also built the TAP system, which is a reliable and scalable patient acquisition system, and that helps dentists get high-quality appointments and appointments on their calendars on tap. Anyways, onto the video. So I want to tell you a little bit more about follow-up and follow-up sequences to increase your show-up rates. And so this is something that we built directly into our system as part of our bonus pillar, which is focused, on lead nurturing and appointment setting. But we also have the follow-ups that are built into our automation sequences, so that when a patient actually books an appointment, they'll receive an appointment confirmation text. They'll also receive appointment confirmation reminders, and also some reminders that include testimonials, things like where the client's practice is located, some parking information to make it easy for the prospect to actually show up and know exactly where to go. So obviously there's a difference between a booked appointment and a showed appointment. I think that any marketing agency that looks to just book appointments for you and boast about how many appointments that they book clients, it doesn't really make sense, because that's just a vanity metric. You can always try to book as many appointments as you can, but they can be very low quality appointments. They can be for prospects that never actually show up. So the idea is that you actually want to focus on show ups, because that's really what dentists and our clients are looking for, are patients in the chair who are able to be closed on a procedure, able to move forward with a treatment. Having just an appointment booked in your calendar doesn't mean anything if they don't show up. And typically whenever you have an appointment or a reservation or anything anywhere, there's always a strong follow-up sequence to get you to show up. So it's very likely that we're very busy in our days, and unless we get some reminders about our appointment that's coming up, oh, it's coming up tomorrow, oh, it's coming up in 48 hours, we might forget about it if we didn't put it in our calendars, or we're just not very organized and things just come up. So having a good follow-up sequence is really important to make sure that your prospects actually show up to their appointment. So let's consider two dental practices. One dental practice has absolutely zero follow-ups, no type of sequence or system in order to get their prospects to show up. So you book an appointment, they confirm it with you, and that's about it. So let's compare two dental practices. One that has absolutely no follow-ups. You just book an appointment on the phone with them that day, and they don't follow up with you in any way whatsoever. You're probably going to forget about that appointment unless you put it in your calendar, or you set some sort of reminder for yourself, or unless it's just a really important appointment that you need to have. But otherwise, let's take another dental practice that has a really, really strong follow-up sequence that follows up with you on day 7, 7 days before your appointment, 2 days before your appointment, one day before your appointment, 6 hours before your appointment, 2 hours before your appointment, 30 minutes before your appointment. All these different touch points are opportunities to get your prospect to bring your practice at the top of mind, so that they'll actually show up to the appointment. It also gives your practice an opportunity to warm up the lead, so you can share with them testimonials. You can share with them before and after galleries. You can share with them a little video office tour. You can share with them a picture of what your building looks like, so that they know exactly which building it is to go to. You give the parking instructions. So follow-up sequences don't act as just a way to get your prospects to actually come in the door, but also to warm them up and to make sure that they're actually ready to move forward with the treatment that the appointment is scheduled for. And the best way to do this is actually just leverage an automated follow-up sequence, so you're not actually having to text or call your prospects yourself to make sure that they follow up. So what we do is we have a CRM, and we book the appointments for our clients' leads. They'll actually be entered into a workflow where they get followed up with on that cadence that I just mentioned before. So 7 days before, 2 days before, 1 day before, 6 hours before, 2 hours before, and then finally 30 minutes before, just to make sure that these cold leads that came in from advertising campaigns who don't know anything about your practice, they need that sort of nurturing, they need that sort of follow-up to actually get in the door, because otherwise they're just going to forget about it. So another real life example is, I had to take my 2 cats to the vet the other day, and I scheduled an appointment with them. And immediately after the appointment was scheduled, when I got off the call, I received a confirmation text where the address was, for the time, and for the date. And then 2 days before, I got another email and text message asking me to confirm that I'm actually going to show up at the appointment by letting them know, just texting them like a simple yes. And then a day before, also got another text message from them saying, hey, your appointment's coming up tomorrow. Please let us know if you're actually going to come. And then I also got one about 2 hours before, giving me instructions like, hey, here's our parking lot. Park in any of these designated spots. We look forward to you coming in. Make sure that you bring your pet's medical records or a copy of their medical records in for the appointment. So this obviously kept the appointment for me top of mind. I was never going to forget about it, because I kept getting emails, messages, texts, reminders, and little things that I need to do to bring in to make sure the appointment goes smoothly. So you should implement something like that for your practice as well, if you want your prospects to show up. Now, some practices might be hesitant to do this. They might feel like they are sending too many messages to their prospective patients or the patients that have booked appointments. But in reality, you get busy, your patients get busy, everybody gets busy, and they can most definitely forget about an appointment that they had, especially if it's a low pressure appointment like a consultation or something, if it's not a major surgery that they're having that day. So if you book them out also, maybe like 2 to 4 weeks out, and they don't put it in their calendar, they're most definitely going to forget about it. They're going to choose something else to prioritize over that appointment, especially if they don't have something reminding them of it. So make sure to follow up with your prospective patients. It's actually a blessing for them. It's very helpful for them, because they're going to forget, they get busy. And you're also just doing your duty as a business owner. You're doing your duty as a dental practitioner, because it's obviously important to them that they schedule this appointment with you to get some dental care services. So really, you're just getting them in the door so that you can provide them with the care that they need. Follow-ups are an incredibly important part of the sales process. This is you're at the final leg. You don't want to lose the prospect because they booked an appointment and you didn't follow up with them for them to show up. So this is really, really one of the most important parts of the sales process. Make sure you implement some sort of follow-up reminder system. It's very simple, just a simple couple round of text messages or emails to get them back and reminded about your practice. So how often should you have these reminders? Like I mentioned before, I like to do 7 days before your appointment, 2 days before your appointment, 1 day before your appointment, and 2 hours before your appointment, and 30 minutes before your appointment. And what are the best ways, obviously, to follow up with that? What should you include? Like I mentioned, things like your address, where you're located, maybe a picture of your building so that they know where to go to when they get to obviously your location. Some parking details. Do you have free parking? Do you have a parking lot? Do you have valet parking? Something like that, so they know where to park their car. You can also include some patient testimonials, so that they're slowly getting warmed up to your practice before they even come in, before and after galleries, video testimonials, whatever it may be. Maybe a personalized video of the doctor just saying like, hey, so excited for our appointment, can't wait for you to come in, etc., etc., etc. And you can just reuse this video. It adds an element of personability, and it will warm your prospect up more. They're more likely to show up. So what software should you use for something like this? There's a ton of different softwares online. You might even have something built into your EHR, existing dental practice EHR, that you can use. If you reach out to your EHR software, they might have something, they might have a solution for you. Maybe you can hire on a marketing company that really just focuses on appointment scheduling and things like that. We use a simple CRM that has these automation sequences that you can build out so you can send out these follow-up messages whenever an appointment is booked. So there's definitely a lot of options out there. There's a lot of software out there. It's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it's going to end up turning into a lot more money because when these prospects show up in your chair, you're going to be able to convert them into a sale. So don't skip out on getting a good software or a good management company to help you just really focus in on follow-ups, reminders, and bookings and things like that. And so that's that for the video. If you're struggling to get new patients and can figure out how to get high quality appointments on your schedule, then click the first link in the description. Don't worry, there's no case study or anything like that. It's just a video of me telling you a little bit about what we do and the system that I built to help them solve the patient acquisition problem. And if it's something you want to learn a little bit more about, check it out. You can book a strategy call with me and my team. You don't have to click it or anything like that, but it's there if you're struggling to figure out how to get more new patients in the door. Also, if you're looking to join a community of dental practitioners, dental practice owners, dentists, dental office managers that are passionate about dentistry, about growing their practice and dental marketing, check out the other link right below that in the description. It's where you can join my free Facebook group. I'll be including a lot more, those group exclusive goodies, group exclusive resources, a lot more free trainings for you. So check that stuff out. Anyways, that's all for the video. If you liked it, please leave me a like. Please also leave any comments that you have for video ideas. I'd love to cover that for you guys. And if you want to make sure to see more content like this, then just make sure you subscribe. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. And thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you keep crushing in your practice, and I hope to see you in the next video.